I want to share with you a story of two Alephs. As you're well familiar, the letter Aleph is the very first letter of the Hebrew Bible. And in the Torah, there are certain letters which are written large and some which are written small. In the opening words of the third book of the Torah, the book of Vayikra, the call to Moses, Vayikra el Moshe, we have a small Aleph. And if the Aleph is written regular, that would render the Torah scroll not kosher. At the very end of the Tanakh, of the Hebrew Bible, in the final book called Divrei Hayamim, the Chronicles, the very first letter of the Chronicles is an Aleph for Adam, and speaks about the genealogy of man. So, Vayikra, small Aleph, Dvarim, Divrei Hayamim, big Aleph. What is the message that we're trying to learn over here? Added to this, in our Parsha of Vayikra, we read about the different sin offerings that were brought. The Torah begins with the words, if a person sinned, this is what they would bring. If a person did that, this is the offering that they would bring. It introduces the law by saying the word if. However, there's one exception. Regarding the Nasi, the leader of the people, the Torah opens the description and the laws with the word Asher Nasi Chata, when the leader sins, to teach us that it is guaranteed that a leader will make mistakes. And so, let us try put our two questions together. Why the big Aleph for Adam and the small Aleph for Vayikra el Moshe? And what is the message of the Torah telling us that the leader will sin? The answer is brought by our sages is that the word ani, I. And so to have a small Aleph means that I am a humble person. And of all the people in the Bible, the Torah describes Moses as Anav, the most humble in the whole history of humanity. And it was through his humility that he acquired this incredible level of prophecy. And because of his humility, Moshe Rabbeinu would consult with God. And in a number of places in the Torah, it says that Moshe would go and ask the question from Hashem. As great as he was, the prophet that he wasn't afraid to ask the question and to acknowledge that he did not know. Contrast this with the big Aleph for Adam. When Adam Arishon was created, he thought he was the greatest. And when Chava gives him from the fruit of the tree to eat, he eats from the tree, and he argues with Hashem. And this was the arrogance of man. His large Aleph impacted on his ability to respond when criticized. And so the Torah tells us the following. Asher Nasi Chata, when the leader sins, it is guaranteed that the leader will make a mistake. But what do? He does. Does he try justify? Does she try and find an excuse and to justify why they've done what they've done? Or they're willing to accept that they made a mistake and accept the consequences. I was talking to someone recently about an interview that they had. It was a very complex interview which they had to answer a number of questions. And some of the questions required him to think about them very specifically. And he got stuck. So in our modern world, what did he do? He went on to AI. He found the answer. He wrote the answer. And then the final section of the paper, it was a question about, did you use artificial intelligence to answer the questions? And he responded, yes, I did. Because I didn't know the answer, and I was looking to find a solution. And we were talking about this, and I said, if I was interviewing you for the job, I would take you. Because the question was set up in a way that you would fail, and you would require to use AI to resolve the problem. At the same time, by acknowledging that you used AI, The fact that you couldn't resolve the problem by yourself and you went and searched, it showed a proactive mindset. You wanted to problem solve, and that was the person I'm looking for. So the Torah tells us, look at your Aleph. Is your Aleph enlarged, like Adam, in the Divrei Hayamim, the Chronicles of humanity? Or is it Vayikra, the small Aleph of Moshe? When we are able to have leaders that are humble, then we are truly blessed. The word Asher Nasichata means when this leader sins. Can also be read as Ashrei. Praised is the generation who have leaders that are willing to admit when they don't know and they've made mistakes. May we all merit to have such leaders, and may we all have and find the humility of our small Aleph. Shabbat Shalom. Hi, this is Rabbi Lewin. If you've enjoyed the content of the sermons and the ideas that have been expressed in the YouTube video, please hit that first subscription button and notification bell, and share the videos with friends. We'd love to grow the channel and love to engage with you. Please share your comments in the section below. I'd love to hear from you. Have an amazing day.